Right now, the latest developments out of Highland Park, Illinois, where a mass shooting leaves 6 dead at a 4th of July parade. Plus, protests in Akron, Ohio, following the police killing of a 25-year-old black man, and why people gathered at the state capitol are not feeling patriotic on this 4th of July. This is News 3 Now at 6. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast. Meteorologist Gary Canalti out on the patio.
Boy, it is steamy out here. The humidity levels really have ramped up after this morning's rain, and that's led to a couple of rounds of thunderstorms. Let's start out by taking a look at alert days that we have in the forecast for tonight and tomorrow for the potential for any storm to become severe, producing high winds, hail, perhaps even an isolated tornado. But heavy rain is probably the biggest threat. And tomorrow, high heat and humidity with high temperatures in the lower 90s and heat index readings perhaps as high as 105 degrees. Visible cloud track shows the clouds moving in this morning with some showers and thunderstorms. And then a cluster of storms developed in the back edge of that area of rain and swept down through southwestern Wisconsin, producing some wind damage, and now is moving through parts of Illinois. Right now, though, things are pretty quiet. Looks like some showers trying to develop around south of Dodgeville, but future radar shows the potential for big storms to develop over the next couple of hours this evening, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. That's because temperatures right now are in the upper 70s to the lower 80s, but the dew point temperatures are in the low to mid 70s. Platteville's dew point right now at 80 degrees. Heat advisories in effect from noon until 8 p.m. tomorrow for Dane County and areas to the south and west. Look for an overnight low of 72 with a couple of rounds of thunderstorms overnight. And then tomorrow, a high of 91 before storms arrive late in the day. And again, heat index readings could be in the triple digits. I'll have more on the heat and the severe weather chance in just a few minutes.
There are no words for the kind of evil that shows up at a public celebration of freedom, hides on a roof, and shoots innocent people with an assault rifle.
Now to the breaking news out of Illinois. The person of interest has been identified in the suburban Chicago 4th of July parade shooting that left 6 people dead and 30 wounded. His name is Robert L. Cremo. He is 22 years old, and he's considered armed and dangerous. Sabrina Franza has the latest from Highland Park.
Police in Highland Park, Illinois say a gunman started shooting into a 4th of July parade from a rooftop in the downtown area.
I remember hearing shootings and going like, that's, and then reloading and then again, and people screaming and running. It was just really traumatizing and scary.
Officials say shots started ringing out about 10 minutes after the parade started. At first, the crowd thought the noise was associated with the parade. Then they ran from the scene, leaving their belongings behind.
It sounds like spectators were targeted, and even those that were marching through. The parade was approximately 3/4 of the way through when the shooting occurred. So very random, very intentional, and a very sad day.
Police are searching for the gunman.
The suspect is currently described as a male white, approximately 18 to 20 years old, with longer black hair, a small build, and wearing a white or blue t-shirt.
So far, police have recovered a rifle.
What I'll say right now is it was a high-powered rifle.
Officers are going door to door, urging people to shelter in place until this gunman is found.
On a day that we came together to celebrate community and freedom, we're instead mourning the tragic loss of life and struggling with the terror that was brought upon us.
Some 4th of July events in nearby communities have been canceled. From Highland Park, Illinois, Sabrina Franza, CBS News.
And President Biden released a statement saying in part, quote, "Jill and I are shocked by the senseless gun violence that has yet again brought grief to an American community on this Independence Day. As always, we're grateful for the first responders and law enforcement on the scene." The city of Akron, Ohio, has issued a curfew for the downtown part of the city in the wake of protests following the release of videos showing the police killing of a 25-year-old black man. Jalen Walker was shot more than 60 times in an attempted traffic stop that led to a chase a week ago. Newly released police body camera footage shows the critical moments leading up to the death of Walker. Police say they were attempting to stop him for a traffic and equipment violation, which was not seen on camera. Walker eventually jumped out of the passenger side of the car wearing a ski mask. Officers tried to deploy a taser while chasing him, but were unsuccessful. Moments later, 8 officers unleashed dozens of rounds.
They need to be able to articulate what specific threats they were facing, and that goes for every round that goes down the barrel of their gun.
Officers say they tried to render aid, but Walker, who was unarmed at the time of the shooting, died at the scene. The 8 officers involved in the deadly shooting have been placed on paid administrative leave while an independent state investigation is conducted. Monona police arrested 2 teens Saturday who they say were involved in a shots-fired incident in Madison. Officers assisting Madison police after reports of gunshots on South Stoughton Road near the Beltline. Police tracked the allegedly stolen vehicle and found multiple guns and evidence of gunshots. A 17-year-old from Fitchburg faces multiple charges, including felony eluding, and an 18-year-old faces the charge of operating a motor vehicle without the owner's consent as a passenger. Madison police are expected to add further charges in connection to the shots fired incident. Investigators are trying to determine what caused a warehouse fire in Madison last night. Crews were sent to the 600 block of East Badger Road just before 9:30 for reports of a fire at a construction business warehouse. Smoke and flames could be seen from the Beltline. The Madison Fire Department says it took crews about 30 minutes to put out the flames. No one was injured as the building was unoccupied, but the fire caused about $250,000 in damage. Investigators say the contents of the building were flammable and fireworks were a factor in the incident. One person is dead, another critically injured after an accident in Waukesha County. Authorities in Menominee Falls say an 18-year-old woman lost control of her car and struck a brother and sister who were watching 4th of July fireworks last night. Police say the 24-year-old man died as a result of his injuries, while his 25-year-old sister is hospitalized with life-threatening injuries. The two were visiting from North Carolina. One witness described the situation, saying it reminded him of another tragic moment.
More or less, a lot of people trying to get over to the people in the car to make sure nobody got away. Because to me, it seemed like a Waukesha parade all over again.
Investigators say the driver stayed at the scene and was cooperative. They also say alcohol and drugs do not appear to have been a factor in the crash. Well, for many, today was about black, not the red, white, and blue. Protesters took to the state capitol today with their own message. Half of the population just lost rights to their body. Naomi Coles has more.
Instead of celebration, mourning. A nationwide movement to wear black, pink, anything but red and blue in the wake of the overturn of Roe v. Wade.
I wear it for the rights that are being lost and the rights that could easily be lost with this first decision.
Today, you normally wear red, white, blue, the flags and all that stuff, and today is definitely not a day for that, so black is kind of making a statement for our day.
It's really not a time to be celebrating, and I'm just very sad and angry.
A couple hundred protesters from here and across Wisconsin gathered on Monday outside the state capitol before heading inside from the rain.
And I have a 5-month-old daughter, and I don't want her to have to remember something like this or be in a world that she would have to worry about this.
We're not the minority anymore. We've been referred to as minorities. We have to support our LGBT community. We have to support our African American community. Together, we are the majority.
With the rights to abortion gone, 2 husbands attending school at UW fear their rights, based on the same underlying legal principle, might be next.
And it's just horrifying, and we've never really thought about that. And we've been married for 4 years now.
Because on a day celebrating freedom, their message, so many are still not free.
This year, though, I don't feel that I'm valued as an American, and so I'm in mourning for that.
In Madison for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
And for more on the landmark decision, go online to channel3000.com for Naomi's 30-minute For the Record special covering Roe v. Wade's Wisconsin impact. Well, still ahead, a local tradition continues this year as one community celebrates the 4th, and the scene in Washington, D.C. today as thousands of people flock to the nation's capital.
Summer fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin in 10 minutes with Plexiderm.
oh my God, I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years younger.
Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. And it works in 10 minutes. Plus, the results last up to 10 hours. And best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this 4th of July.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. There's been creams, there's been lotions. Nothing works like this.
We were away on vacation. If you go down to the islands, they always want to take you in a booth and put some stuff on you. And my husband said, boy, that stuff really works. And I said, I washed this off hours ago. This is Plexiderm. This is what works.
When I tried Plexiderm the first time, my daughter said, oh, Dad, did you get a haircut? And I said, no, I tried this Plexiderm product out. Oh, you look so much younger. I said, oh, thank you.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing under-eye bags and wrinkles from view in minutes. The science is incredible, but the results are even better.
No, this looks really good. All these lines are gone. Amazing. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I look amazing. That's like so full of myself.
I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking. It works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under-eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. This July 4th is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Well, a decades-old tradition in Shorewood Hills continues today as the village's vintage fire truck led dozens of small children winding through the neighborhood. On board, Madison's Mayor Sacha Rose Conway and Wisconsin's longest-serving state senator, Fred Risser. For the tiniest of children and the most vulnerable of seniors, it's something they return to year after year. Leading the group today, 3 generations of the Jeffrey family and the grandmother who made the costumes.
Put them together. I chose, what it looked very authentic. My grandson is extremely unoriginalist. Therefore, he didn't approve of any other embellishment. Should have been original. This is a tradition for us. My daughters, one of them is here every year. This is our turf.
So I'm wearing the blue. I have the white wig.
For George Washington.
Yeah, for George Washington with my hat. Well, I am the lookout for George Washington.
Today, the parade turned 42 years old. Well, next on News 3 Now at 6, issues for air travel continue as millions of Americans travel this holiday weekend. And one community called off their day's events due to the rain. They have other things planned for this week, though. We'll find out coming up.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
And I walked right into US Cellular and I said I want to choose any phone in here for free.
What'd he say?
He said, sure. Really nice guy. I had my pick of any phone from any brand, free, even the newest ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got the big screen?
Yeah.
Big storage?
Yeah.
Fits in your pocket?
Fits in my pocket. Yeah, it's a big phone, and that's what I wanted, and I got what I wanted.
At US Cellular, everyone can choose any phone free, new and current customers. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Save today with 11% off everything at Menards. Protect your vehicles, outdoor equipment, and more with Shelter Logic storage products. Both our garages and sheds can be assembled quickly to block harmful UV rays while protecting your investments. And you'll be sure to enjoy your backyard get-togethers, rain or shine, with a Shelter Logic canopy. Large or small, we carry a storage solution to meet your needs. Get 11% off all Shelter Logic storage products now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
It's Terrific Tuesdays at Hy-Vee. This Tuesday, Chips Ahoy cookies, only $1.49. Hy-Vee orange juice or apple juice, only 99 cents. 2 pounds of Hy-Vee shredded cheese, only $5.99. And basket and bushel blackberries, 2 for only $3. Tuesday only. And save even more during Red, White, and Fuel. Right now, save up to $5 per gallon with your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Welcome back. In the nation's capital, pre-pandemic level crowds filled the streets and sidewalks for parades as Washington, D.C. celebrates the 4th of July. Federal Park Service officials say they prepared for hundreds of thousands of visitors. Families reflected on the meaning of the day 246 years after the adoption of the Declaration of Independence.
My father was in the military, and he's since passed away. So for me, this is more towards like veterans and military.
President Biden returned from his weekend at Camp David to host a 4th of July barbecue with military families at the White House. In Twitter messages, the president praised the sacrifices of our nation's service members and said, quote, "Our best days lie ahead." Well, millions of Americans are traveling this holiday weekend, but people who are flying are seeing thousands of delays and cancellations. Nikki Batiste reports from Newark International Airport.
I just want to get out of here. I think I had enough.
The numbers over the weekend are staggering. Nearly 17,000 flights delayed and more than 1,400 canceled. The flight disruptions leaving hundreds of thousands of passengers in turmoil.
We just got here. They let us know right now that I got canceled.
Alam Khan's flight from Newark to Toronto was canceled days before his wedding.
I'm just going to shoot her a call and be like, look, babe, I'm kind of stuck here for now, but I'll be there as soon as I can be.
At the height of the pandemic, the airline industry received a $54 billion bailout. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is calling on airlines to do better.
We sent a lot of taxpayer funding, specifically for the purpose of keeping people employed at these airlines. And now they need to have the people and they need to have the resources to get people where they need to go.
Travel experts say passengers do have rights when the airlines don't deliver.
Your rights in the United States are that you get a full cash refund if your flight is delayed more than 4 hours or canceled. So do not let the airline give you a voucher. Get the cash.
Alam Khan did eventually make it to his wedding. He drove more than 9 hours to Toronto after his rebooked flight from Newark was also canceled. FlightAware data shows in the U.S. this airport is the most affected by delays and cancellations today. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, Newark, New Jersey.
And last week, Delta Airlines offered passengers $10,000 vouchers to get off an oversold flight. Well, today, on and off rain forced the Edgewater Hotel in Madison to cancel their annual 4th Fest. The family event was supposed to feature 3 live bands, a kids zone with face painting, balloons, and more. Hotel staff say it was a tough call to cancel after they had roughly 1,000 people last year.
We're looking at possible hail today, which I think had part to do with it because we can't cover the whole plaza with our tent. Unfortunately, we need a little bit of sunlight and clear skies if we're to do anything around here. So I think it was mainly a safety concern as well as an attendance concern.
The staff say there's still more fun this week. They'll be showing the Brewers-Cubs game on the plaza tomorrow, a movie night on Thursday, and live bluegrass music on Friday. Let's head over to the Weather Center now. Gary Canalti with the complete first alert forecast. Gary?
Well, we have alert days in the forecast, not only for tonight, but for tomorrow as well. For tonight and tomorrow, because of the potential for severe weather. Any of the storms could produce high winds and hail, perhaps even an isolated tornado, but heavy rain could eventually be the main threat. Some areas could see over 3 inches of rain in some of the heavier thunderstorms. But we also have the alert day in the forecast for tomorrow for high heat. High temperatures will make it into the low 90s. You factor in dew points that will be in the lower to middle 70s. We're talking about heat index readings between about 100 and 105 degrees. That'll be dangerously hot for some people. There were a few severe weather reports. Some storms have fired up over southwestern Wisconsin mid-afternoon. A couple of these, Mineral Point, a big construction sign blown down, as well as some tree damage in and around Darlington, some power lines down as well. But you can see those storms move moved out. Now we're starting to see a few more storms spark up. We'll have to see how quickly these storms develop. Some of the shorter range computer models indicate the potential for a line of thunderstorms to develop pretty quickly now that this area is kind of cleared out and the dew point temperatures are very high. This might be the first of several rounds of storms that are trying to develop, and when they develop, they'll develop very quickly because there's a lot of moisture out there. So the Storm Prediction Center still has a level 2 or slight risk of severe thunderstorms over southern Wisconsin, a marginal risk for an isolated severe thunderstorm as far north as the central parts of the state. Tomorrow, another slight risk from Madison southward, marginal risk north of Madison, and even on Wednesday, can't rule out an isolated severe thunderstorm, especially over southwestern Wisconsin. It's the rain that bears watching. One of the long-range computer models, this is through Wednesday morning, shows about an 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rain over parts of southern Wisconsin, with additional rainfall on Tuesday or on Wednesday and Thursday, bringing the totals up to 2 to 3, maybe locally 4 or 5 inches in some spots. One of the other longer-range computer models shows about a 1/2 inch through Wednesday morning, and heavier rains out toward the south and west. So we're going to get a good soaking rain. It's a question is who's going to get the heavier rain that could bring the potential for some flash flooding. You can see heat advisories have already been issued for southern Wisconsin from noon tomorrow until 8 p.m. tomorrow evening for Dane County and areas to the south and west, but that's the northern edge of a large area of heat advisories and even an excessive heat warning for heat index readings up to 110 in St. Louis. These are the current heat index readings, and you can see triple-digit heat through much of the central part of the country. Actual air temperatures, 79 in Madison, but 94 in Des Moines, 97 degrees in Omaha, Nebraska, and look at the dew point temperatures into the 70s from Madison back to the south and west. It's going to stay soupy for a while, and that's why we have thunderstorms in the forecast. Heat advisory, noon till 8 p.m. tomorrow, Dane County and areas to the south and west. Tonight, a couple periods of showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could have heavy downpours, some patchy fog also, low 72. And then tomorrow, hot and humid, the high of 91. Heat index readings into the triple digits and some late day thunderstorms. On future track, a couple of rounds of thunderstorms tonight into early tomorrow morning. Then you can see a break, high temperatures, lower 90s, storms firing up again tomorrow evening and then moving on out. And Wednesday, we could even see a couple of thunderstorms. High temperatures on Wednesday, though, dropping back into the upper 70s. Rainfall amounts, again, some areas could pick up 2 or 3 inches or more. Other areas, less than 1/4 inch. Just depends on where those heavier storms track. But as we take a look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures, lower 80s Thursday and Friday with more thunderstorm chances. The weekend will be dry with highs in the low to mid 80s. A little more humidity, some thunderstorm chances for the early part of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. It's a tradition unlike any other. The nation's Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest, Joey Chestnut Chasing History. More from the annual event next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Politicians have been threatening it. Now the Supreme Court's done it, triggering a ban on nearly all abortions in Wisconsin, even in cases of rape and incest. And Senator Ron Johnson sided with them on overturning Roe v. Wade, punishing doctors and hurting people, putting our health and reproductive rights in danger. Johnson even said, if you don't like it, you can move. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to protect us, not punish us.
Join iHeartMedia Madison for our Vet Aid pop-up concert benefiting veterans in crisis. 6 p.m. Tuesday, July 12th at Harris Park in Dodgeville, featuring the Mascot Theory. With special guest, the Driftless Rambler. A $10 suggested donation goes directly to Heat for Hero, helping vets and their families facing an energy-related or emergency housing crisis. Visit vetaidwi.com for more info. It's our Vet Aid pop-up concert, Tuesday, July 12th, presented by Land's End and iHeartMedia Madison.
Why do dermatologists choose Dove?
The Dove Beauty Bar is gentle, not only cleans, hydrates my skin.
As a dermatologist, I want what's best for our skin. With 1/4 moisturizing cream, Dove is the #1 bar dermatologists use at home.
If you haven't been back to a movie theater in a while, what's stopping you? I mean, I know people who haven't put a real pair of pants on in 2 years. If that's what's keeping you, don't worry about it. You can wear your sweatpants or whatever makes you feel comfortable. Me? I like to bring my special binky, get comfortable in a dream lounger, and experience movies the way they were meant to be seen.
I wish I had a binky.
No problem. I got a spare.
Okay, and he got so upset. Oh my God.
Look. No way. She has definitely got some work done.
Doesn't even look the same anymore.
Talk about an extreme makeover. I wonder how much of Bob's money she spent on those upgrades.
Hey! The house looks great, right? 3 years, no interest on roofing and siding from Feldco.
Right now, get 3 years, no interest on Feldco Roofing and Siding.
3 years, no interest on Feldco Roofing and Siding ends soon. Call now.
866 for Feldco.
Many products and services we buy come with consumer contracts. Do you read the fine print?
Tomorrow, we have a warning about a hidden clause that could limit your rights.
And it's a weather pattern featuring more chances for storms. Join us tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
Return to American Family Field for the 4th of July, and they're sitting comfortably atop the division after a split in Pittsburgh. Now, the Crew opens up a 6-game homestand this afternoon. Up first are the Cubs. The season series is currently tied at 5 apiece. Not a lot of offense in this one. Eric Lauer fans, 9 over 6 innings, only allows a solo homer in that 3rd inning, but I guess 9 innings, just not enough. Right now, it's tied at 2 in the 10th. We're going to have highlights tonight at 10. Sky Carp hit the road for a 6-game set with Peoria. The series opens tonight. Beloit gets to work early. They plate one in the 1st, but right now, it's tied up in the 2nd inning. Rain delays game 2 for the Mallards and Dock Spiders for over an hour, but it's finally underway. The Dock Spiders get the early jump. They score 3 runs in the 1st inning. They're still trailing in the 3rd. Braylon Allen set a high bar last season. On more than one occasion, the Badger running back earned a weekly honor. Named a Walter Camp Freshman All-American, plus took home the Las Vegas Bowl MVP. Just a few of his accomplishments, and it's all a result and reflection of what he did on the field each and every week. Set UW's longest streak by a freshman with 7 straight games, rushing over 100 yards. Ultimately, leading his team with over 1,200 yards, the 3rd best in the Big Ten. And by stuffing the stat sheet every Saturday, Allen garnered a lot of attention, even catching the eye of Badger legend Jonathan Taylor.
A lot of times when you put in the hard work, you put in the effort, and you continue to see success on the field, you start getting pulled in a lot of different directions, and it may try to take time away from that work. So just letting him know to continue to stay on his routine, continue to have that hunger to get better each and every single day. And I'm excited for him this year. I mean, the sky's the limit for that guy. He's ridiculous.
Now, if you're thinking, wow, I ate a lot of food today, no chance it comes close to the amount of hot dogs that Joey Chestnut downed in the annual Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. 63. Chestnut wins his 15th title and is now the only person to win the most championships in a single event, passing Rafael Nadal's 14 French Open titles. I mean, talk about perspective. And in the women's contest, this year's champion is Miki Sudo. She eats 40 hot dogs in 10 minutes to win her 8th title, also beating the defending champion.
I'm good for about 2.
I think 2 is my max, too. It's my limit.
Picture the Chicago dogs with everything on it. That's what you have to do.
Still 2. I can only get 2.
Well, congratulations to him.
Exactly. To both of them, yes.
Jordan, thank you. Gary's keeping an eye on the radar.
Yeah, well, first take a look at the live view from the WISC Skycam. Skies are starting to clear to the west. This view is looking toward the west, and we're now starting to see some storms pop up north of Monroe in the northwestern portion of Greene County. So we may start to see another line of storms start to develop pretty quickly over the next couple of hours. In fact, future radar shows the line of storms developing and then sweeping through southern Wisconsin during the evening and early overnight hours. So we have alert days in the forecast for the potential for severe weather and for heat and humidity for tomorrow. Temperatures right now upper 70s in Madison, but notice the 80s out to the west where the sun has returned. And look at those dew point temperatures in the lower to middle 70s. Low tonight 72, high tomorrow 91 with late afternoon storms, then storm chances through Friday, dry for the weekend, and then warming up next week.
All right, thank you, Gary. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have yourselves a great rest of your 4th of July. Have a good evening.